Sir, you can start with your address, sir. Sir, we are waiting for your address, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
So good afternoon, friends, and congratulations to all of you as we celebrate our Republic Day today. And it's a great feeling to be living in a free republic in which the rights of citizens are guaranteed by the Constitution, which was adopted for ensuring that India will not only just free but also will be guaranteeing the freedom of various kinds of expressive manifestation of that freedom to our citizens. One of the great challenge before the republic is obviously all republics is to ensure that the society remains united so that we not only ensure that we are not attacked from external forces, but also that internally we remain strong. As we know, the implosion is also a challenge all the time. And to do that, as we are discussing just now, is how do we ensure that we remain free from challenges of any kind, which will not allow to develop internal fault lines as well as external security challenges, one of the 2 points that I'm asked to speak on. The internal fault lines could develop when we don't have a shared vision of development, a shared goal. If all of us in the society feel that we have a common objective to be achieved together, irrespective of the diversity that a country is full of, will always remain united, and therefore these fault lines will never develop. As it is in India, we speak many languages, there's different backgrounds, we come from different geographies, and therefore the diversity is not a challenge, but it's an opportunity. Because when you are so diverse, you have an advantage, because then you share a very varied culture. But all of them together must have a common objective, common goal. And that for that, we must think about what is that ideal, common, lofty goal that we can keep for ourselves. To have such an objective to be developed, such an ideal to be put before the society at large, we must do make more efforts. One way to do that is to have quantitative targets. One of that could be what should be the size of your economy. 5 trillion, 10 trillion, one of those quantitative objectives. But sometimes, as we have seen, that this can help you to reach there, but not necessarily it ensures that the growth that comes out of it is evenly distributed. The society must be peaceful and could be peaceful only when the growth is shared by people, if not equally, though that's an ideal, and that should be the objective, but if not that, at least equitably, if not equally, equitably. And equity demands that we must take care of the most vulnerable society, vulnerable sections of the society. One of those who have been deprived of the benefits of development in the past. We must be able to identify them, be able to work with them. And that must has to be an objective. Though I don't like the terminology inclusive development, but we must include all the sections of society together who must enjoy the fruits of development. We must meet the aspirations of these varied sections of society. Aspirations could be in many forms. Those who are not large in numbers, they may always feel insecure and therefore their aspirations may be different. We must take care of them. One is to also allow cultural identities to be maintained. Our far-flung areas have uniqueness of culture, and that has to be maintained so that everybody feels a space for themselves in this republic. The other aspect that you're discussing today is external challenges. And then linked to that is what you're discussing is the geopolitics. External threat is always one of the major reasons why people living in a particular geography in a sovereign territory try to come together. Because they feel they'll feel more secure if they are united to fight the external challenges. The external threats, as correctly put into this theme of this particular session, is geopolitics. India is sharing borders with quite a few countries. One is the land border, one is the maritime border. But the concept of neighbors has changed over a period of time. The neighborhood, as we are considered, is cannot just be described by proximity of particular country to your own maritime or land borders. It could be in many other forms. As the technology has developed, and now as we are going to see over a period of time, the space will be the new battlefield. The concept of border is going to change dramatically. A country may pose serious external threat to you, not through land or through air, through water, that's maritime border or the territorial border, but maybe from somewhere else, from space. And this is no longer in the realm of imagination. It's a reality, which is we are going to face in next few years' time. In fact, US, under the last presidency, created a space as part of the army, as part of the military. They created a new space force. And therefore, the geopolitics has to factor that into all these new technological development, which is going to pose new challenges to you. And when you fathom geopolitics in that particular way, to protect the republic from these external challenges, external threats, you have to equip yourself, one with technology, with strong military power, financial resources, but also playing diplomacy properly. Because geopolitics We demand that you factor all this into your new diplomatical challenges and diplomatical priorities. The world is changing dramatically. The so called superpowers